Alright, Nick, what brings us here today?
It started off really well. Obviously, I have an interesting bot lane, Pike Yumi.
Very
Um,
aggressive.
yeah, but I definitely was messing up a lot of fights as per usual.
Oh, that was good. This is good. Okay, that's unfortunate.
That went a lot worse than I expected it to on the second round.
Really, they have no sums now, so.
Yeah,
Ah,
I mean, this was fine, but
probably took your red. Oh shit, that's a lot. You actually got 2 camps
yeah.
like that.
I was debating if the Drake was worth it because it took me so long to do.
Definitely not, because it took. I think if you lose 1 camp, it's fine, but I think losing 2
Right.
camps is the equivalent of Dragon, basically. Except he gets a red buff, so yeah. I think you're right. I don't think it's worth free. Well, you don't buy bombies anyway, so I guess it would be the takeaway would be your teammates have to hit if you want to do that.
Mhm.
Then I don't think your teammates had the tempo. Let me see.
No, they didn't. I don't think.
They can't push weight with bikes. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you're talking about mid game skirmishes.
Oh yeah, it was mid game. Yeah, for a while it goes really
Like
well.
you're just stomping them.
Yeah.
Every play has literally been successful so far. Oh, nice. God.
The solution is just don't get hit by the Briar ult, right?
Yeah,
So I think we can turn on Renekton easily if she's not there.
I'm just thinking how you do that. So you hear the sound. Definitely have to walk in a way. So you don't walk at an entrance. I think you walk at an angle in which you're not walking to an entrance and you're not standing still. So it would be like the middle ground, like here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's. I agree that I guess that kind of is the takeaway.
Because like I wasn't even thinking about Briar ult, and I just got hit with it. Like I was completely caught off guard. Is why I said that I think that's a valid takeaway.
But you have
Because if I
sound,
was
right?
predicting the Briar ult, I think it would have been easier.
You have sound, right?
I do. I
You're using
typically
that?
don't hear it.
Okay. Wait,
Like that's
that's
why I have the little
okay.
notifications on the screen because I just don't notice those sounds.
Really? What notification?
Like
Oh, I
that.
didn't know that was a thing. I've never seen that
Yeah, it's
before.
a fairly new setting for deaf people.
Oh, okay.
So benefits me.
Right, right. You're one of them. Makes sense. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you can read that. Fuck. The sound travels faster than visuals, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No,
Wait, what sound fast then? There's that saying, no? What is the fastest?
light is faster than sound for sure.
Okay, but your ability to perceive it is faster.
Yeah, our processing
sound.
is probably slower than our.
Oh,
Yeah.
smart ass
Or,
Chappy.
or,
There you go.
Yo, it's
No,
not
no,
making
no,
a
no.
difference. Calm down.
Anyway, takeaway is we start dancing when we hit barrel if we don't want to get hit by it. Sometimes you do though, but
Yeah.
yo, why are we fighting here?
I wish I had a good answer for you on that. Immediately after I used the E, I was like, Ari's not even nearby. What am I doing?
Yeah, it's just no. Yeah, even if R is here, like look at the area and you're fighting in.
Yeah, it's awful.
They're next to the tower. There's just no threat of them from any angle besides the front. You just front to back. I think when you're playing with a Pike or a Kai'Sa, like just any mobile AD carry, by the way, you need to really think about how you can create numbers advantages. Numbers advantage, Nick, because this scenario is like I don't know why we keep pinging mid. Just push mid and have Pike W to the side, right? It's like that's a way better way to fight where they're not allowed to play the game, you know? But we keep like looking mid. Pike as well, obviously, but you also had the same mindset where like you're just like hovering mid. Then you sort of realize, yeah, nothing's happening here. Then you go side, but Pike should be here as well. Um, I think it's just trolling. I don't know if he's actually trying to push the wave or he's just trying to freeze or something, hold the wave, but he should be trying to push and move as well. You have 3 pushing lanes, like someone should die for their sins, but not contesting anything. Like this area again, it's like the death area, so I don't know if you would. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a way you're able to like recognize that you can't go any deeper than this. And that 1-for-1's not worth it, but these these areas where you're doing even number fights, we could just tap through the game and it will be the same situation. Every uneven number fight you take, it's gonna be good. You have 2 mobility champs, right? Are in Pike. Every fight you take close to tier 2 mid should be pretty bad. See? Well, it's not, that wasn't bad, but it was pretty close. Ooh. Doing a straight 5v5 front to back is not gonna work here. Yeah.
I think that was the fight when I realized that we couldn't win 5v5.
Yeah, you don't have to feel that way, but even though it's true. You have that weakness, but then you also have the strength of being able to move between the lanes extremely fast with Pike and Yumi and Ari, right? So you have that weakness of like a straight front to back 5-5, you're gonna lose. But if you have flanks, if you're fighting in the jungle, if you're fighting in certain areas, if you have numbers advantage, you have a way better chance of winning. But if you just fight like this, it's gonna be much harder. I think the key takeaway is, well, this is also a knowledge thing where you're learning from your experience, but you have to be very wary of like what your team wants to do, because I think if you come back into this game like and you play with the same champs, okay, it's doing the thing again, lagging thing. No. Okay, they're not lagging. Okay, never mind. They just stopped using the mouse. That's interesting. But to the point is, if you come back to the same scenario again and you were back in this scenario where you literally have 3 pushing lanes over here, this is where you should be able to end the game anyway. You Pike and Ari moving in between lanes and creating fight disadvantage, numbers disadvantage fights for them. I think this game, like, obviously there might be some stuff that I looked over about mechanics, but I don't think that's the main point of this. The takeaway from this review, it's definitely looking at your team comp and where you want to fight. Like, if you were their team, right, on the flip side, you're gonna say you want front to back 5v5, so you're gonna do normal objective fights, and you're gonna fight either close to the turret or in the open lane area, right, where you can see everyone in front of you. So you can see how both sides have their strengths and weaknesses, but you just permanently played into their strengths. Side note that I keep seeing is that's a little bit frustrating, because I think very often when I watch your VODs, Nick, people are just able to get free plays off on you because you're doing something else. You need to be willing to like micromanage plays and like be sort of, can't find the word, but you need to be able to judge situations for yourself, almost parental guidance level stuff. Like, why? I don't think you should be a part of this play, so why are they making a play? Unless you think it's gonna work, but were you even judging whether this would work or not?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I feel like this is costing you so much. Like, I see this way too often. I think I've told you somewhat about pinging before, but if you're not even judging the play yourself, pinging doesn't matter. So like, you need to be able to see whether this play is gonna work or not, because you got lucky here. They just overchased, but they just get a free play on your whole team after you put in work. You put in work to get your team ahead, and they're just throwing it away, right? So I think it's some habit you need to pick up, where you need to start judging whether play is going to work or not, and trying to influence decisions based on whether you think it's a good play or not. Like, sometimes they can just 3v3, right? Whatever, it's fine. But if you think they lose, at least say something. Have some influence over the game.